Hi there, welcome to Can It Mario, the show where we review third-party controllers and at the end, see how well they play Mario. Today we're reviewing the Thrustmaster USB Joystick. The 360-degree movement of the stick feels sturdy enough, if a little cheap. There are no dead zones to speak of. That's good, considering some more expensive sticks do happen to have dead zones. For me, dead zones are a deal breaker. So I'm glad to see it has none. I would not recommend this for more modern flight simulators, because the stick does not move on 3 axes. That's a feature that they advertised, but is not present. Basically, it doesn't twist. You can move the mouse for the 3rd axis in many flight sims, but you probably need to use your keyboard as well anyway. All 3 would be cumbersome. The trigger feels okay, if maybe a little cheap. The 2 buttons on the top and the front of the stick feel very cheap and poor. They feel identical, despite looking a little different. The other button on the front near the trigger is complete garbage. The throttle on the side feels very poor, with very little resistance. Also, there is an 8-directional nub on top. The nub feels very poor. The USB cable is thin and cheap. The plastic they use for the body is very strong and doesn't flex much, so that's good. You'll have to hold it down or hold it in your hands, as it will not stay put, but that's no surprise. Holding it in your hands will give you cramps quickly, but that was not the fault of the stick. I almost forgot. Moving it to the right when I first got it was stiffer than moving it to the left, but after a decent amount of use, it wasn't a problem anymore. Here's Starfox 64. You would think it would be perfect here. I like using it for Starfox 64. After some practice, I was doing somersaults and U-turns with ease as well. I had to be clever with my button mappings, unfortunately, because of the lack of buttons. I basically could only tilt 90 degrees in one direction. It maybe was a little bit harder, but I had a lot of fun. Now that I own this flight stick, this is my preferred way of playing, unless someday I get the N64 flight stick. Good stuff. This one's Flight Simulator 5.1. It works very well with this. I get there is an old flight stick that is compatible, but I don't own that. Anyway, I used Joy to key and mapped the arrow keys to the stick. This game is a lot easier when you realize there are sort of save states. So anyway, I had a good time. Here we have Super Monkey Ball 2. Why not try something different? This was interesting to play. I had a lot of fun. It was probably a little harder though. I don't know that I'll come back and play it again like this, but maybe. I've had issues with every part of this stick, except for the lack of dead zones and the stiff case. I've had a lot of fun with it though. I paid something like $13 on eBay for mine. I think it's about $20 on Amazon. Some reviewers have complained about it wandering and inputting directions when you don't want it to, but I've had no issues. It's probably not the longest lasting stick that's ever been made. Do I recommend it for everyone? Hell no. I don't even recommend it for somewhat regular use. For someone like me, someone that wants a stick for occasional use, it's a good buy for me. If you really want a good flight stick, save up and buy something better. You may be able to buy something decent at around $50, but I wouldn't be surprised if that breaks easily too. These sticks and accessories can get quite expensive, and they only get better the more you pay. But can it Mario? First I'll try with the stick, then with the nub. So much for that super leaf I just got. Anyway, no, it's not doable. As you can see, I'm having a lot of trouble. Of course, that's not the flight stick's fault. It's so bad here I couldn't even help but smile. This is the most pathetic attempt to play a game that I can remember. So next I tried using the nub for movement. It was sort of playable here. I just skipped to World 8 just to see if I could beat every level at least once. After a couple of game overs, I did manage to do it. Wow, what a crazy review this has been. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Have a good one.